Star Showdown. The rivalry once thought dead and gone, but it is back. And now we find out who gets the right to lay claim to the football-obsessed state of Texas. This matchup has had all kinds of great moments, and we're ready for some more. Glad to have you with us from Austin, Texas, DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. It's the Texas A&M Aggies and the Texas Longhorns. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rose.
Guys, I caught up with the Longhorns head coach before the game. He understands everything is on the line in this rivalry matchup. He had a conversation with his team with the conference championship and the playoffs on the line. They have to keep their poise and composure. They can't let a rivalry game knock them off their path. We'll see how composed his team can play today. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here's Brown to begin the drive. He's stopping behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
And they tried to run that sweep out route. I like going to the wide side of the field, getting somebody the ball that can really, really run. Just got to block it up a little better. Give him a chance to at least get that edge, and then he might be able to do some more damage.
Running inside, it's Smothers. Hard-hitting tackle. Now facing a 3rd and long. Play action, here's Manning. Throws it deep. Upstairs he's got it. Turning it on. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. We knew coming in that they wanted to push the ball down the field, and they waste no time getting at it.
And I love that, man. I love being aggressive early, setting a tone, sending a message to my team. Listen, we're going to attack down the field. You better be ready for it. This offense comes out, gets the big completion way down the middle of the field.
The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Hand off for Brown. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it.
And he's in! Touchdown, Texas! They're bellowing out Texas fight right now as the Horns are ready after that touchdown drive.
And what a great way to start. Get the crowd jacked up. When you do something good like this early, that burnt orange is going absolutely bananas in the stands. And the rest of the game, the defense, the special teams, everybody feeds off their great energy.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Owens.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. And you can have that kind of success on first down running the football. It just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. Right back to the well. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35.
And that was a nice second down run. It's setting up 3rd and inches. And now it's physical time, right? Like, they know you might run the football. You know you probably want to run the football. How can you be more physical? Sometimes bring some extra bodies, some extra tight ends in. Go to that play that you know is your short yardage play.
And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
You got to love that 3rd down, man. 3rd and short, you've got to be the more physical team. And listen, it's magnified, right? Because the offense just gave up a touchdown. On the opening drive, like, you don't want to punt the football. So nice job being physical on 3rd and short, getting that next set of downs.
Pulls it in. It's Craver.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. First play of the period, first down here. They'll give it to him again. Got a little grass. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. And the Aggies back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Gonna run it. It's Owens. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Here's Reed to throw. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. The run inside. It's Owens. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14.
And this drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football. Look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play. Nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together. This offense really doing a good job right now.
Play action with Reed. Firing to the right, complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Grabs it. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
And that RPO play was run to perfection. The run fake forced and sucked the defense up, and a nice job on the route by the receiver, not telegraphing that he was breaking to the inside on the slant.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Maybe didn't like that play call on 3rd and 2. Instead, they'll call a timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can pick up the first without scoring. Caught. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. A methodical drive. Soul crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Running inside, it's Smothers. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go right back to him.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front seven, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long, ball's at the 25. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And if I'm this defense moving forward, man, I'm going to start thinking about, like, this is the guy. They keep featuring him. I've got to take him out of the game. I got to find a way to double him. I got to find a way on 3rd down to make sure this doesn't happen. This offense continues to run through him, and he continues to be successful.
The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ready, go.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smothers. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to touch.
Looking deep down the right side. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, and if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
And that decision will be questioned for a while.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
Here's a heat. And they got it.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
The Aggies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Reed. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be 3rd down. And now this offense will try to overcome that 2nd down incompletion. From the gun on 3rd down, Reed. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Manning. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Goes high to pull it in. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Dropping back, it's Manning. He's not afraid to go deep. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Complete in the middle. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10. Here's Manning to throw. Looking to buy time. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's 3rd and goal. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. 3rd down from the gun, Manning. Touchdown, Longhorn. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Offense has enough time to get off the play before we head to the half. On the run, it's Owens. Got room at the 35. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
The Longhorns stop the clock for the final time, calling their 3rd timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. He's got the first down, but he'll need a lot more than that on this final play. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
A lot of scoreboard watching today, fellas, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. Let's start with Cincinnati taking on the number 16 team, the BYU Cougars. And it's the Bearcats able to escape with a 3-point victory. Talk about an upset. The victory closes the chapter on a 5-7 regular season. Disappointing, but those seniors go out with a victory. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
The Aggies offense will have another go at it. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Throwing Reed. Pressure coming. Got the back over the middle. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. The run inside. It's Owens. There's some room. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. A&M comes back out with another first down. Looking for a man. It's Reed. Snagged out of the air. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. The lone back's got it. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
And this defense, man, they've got to find some answers. They've been less physical than the offense. They've owned the line of scrimmage. They're running the football, putting a drive together. All right, now in the red zone, field shrinking. How do they handle this situation? Bring more bodies, be more physical, be more aggressive.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom, I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Fourth down, and this crowd trying to help this defense rise to the occasion. Quarterback running on the draw. He's not going anywhere, nowhere to run, and they stop him for nothing on 4th and 2. The offense starts this drive in the shadow of its own end zone. Running inside, it's Smothers. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
Throws to the wideout. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult, and I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
To throw, Manning. Fires to the wideout. He's open on the right. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And the Longhorns are in the hurry up.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
The screen, he can go. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down. The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. They go play action with Manning. He unleashes a long one. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
And that's a really good play. That's a bomb. That's thrown way down the field. A lot of time for me to do what? Get a little bit handsy, get my hands, force a PI. Stayed calm, did a nice job staying the course, got his hand on the football for the deflection.
Got a man, it's Townsend. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Texas! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. On the ground, it's Owens. It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, the good news is you got the first down running it there on 2nd and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the 4th quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't...
Here's a little room there. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
Well, a big key for this offense was getting the run game established, and this guy now over 120 rushing yards in this one. You got to give credit to the O-line. You obviously have to give credit to the running back as well, but they have answered the bell. They knew what they needed to do if they were going to be able to have success, and they're executing this game plan flawlessly.
Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human, keep getting hits on. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
So now it's 2nd and long. Reed. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
And this offense, man, it's just been a struggle. Everything's been hard so far through the air. And they can't get the passing game going. Something has to bust loose. They got to get something going to create some momentum and some kind of urgency in this offense.
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 20. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Longhorns! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Really got to be impressed with the defense here. Late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job. Not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house. That pads their lead, and that should do it. You think that should do it now to get the win.
Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Yeah, another good run. I feel like we could put that on loop, Jesse. Just another good run, another good run, another good run. Over 150 yards on the day. He's been the complete.
He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it way down the field. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Aggie.
And that's exactly what this offense needs, man. They need that clock to stop. They need to make big plays and score. Their defense needs to join the party, get some stops, and the passing game continue to be hot, and they might get back in this football game.
Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. With a play fake. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The Longhorns headed quickly to the line.
Nice job by this defense getting to the QB and getting him on the ground.
He lobs one high down the left side. He's got it on the outside. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Texas. They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way home.
I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Here's Reed to throw. The sure hands, it's Riley. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Oh, he should have had that one right in his hands, and he couldn't hang on. Typically, he makes that play. It'll be 2nd down.
And this passing attack has not been great today. It hasn't found a way to manufacture those big plays and to scare this defense. And now, in passing situations, trailing, this is a tough spot for this offense.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the 4th quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Marcel Reed. Complete to the right. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. And yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Reed to the air again. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
The defense is dialed in right now, guys. They've got the lead. They're expecting pass. Offense trying to go 4 verticals, but all game long, this defense has stepped up, and they force another incompletion.
And he'll be brought down. Looks as if we have an injured player for the Aggies on the field. That's the junior offensive lineman that they're counting on. We hope he can return to play soon. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Reed unloads to the wideout. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. He'll try to take it back. He's at the touchdown, Longhorn. The defense takes matters into its own hands. They stretch this lead here in the 4th, and now they're closing in on their 9th win of the season.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Takes the handoff. It's Owens.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. The Longhorns head out, hoping to move the ball on this possession. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory. A shot toward the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs him for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
I don't know how you got that one.
And fighting them through the air and on the ground, reminiscent of Kobe's big day against
Yeah, man, that was
2009.
Yeah, just doing whatever they want. And this is a good
I don't know how that
listen,
happened, bro.
Texas
My niggas
gets a
ain't catch
highly
shit.
recruited kid at
Good game,
quarterback
though.
every
You earned that
single
one.
year. Can this be the guy that takes them to the next level? Today is a good day.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. How about that weight room work? He's showing off there as he gets across the 20. They'll mark it at the 22. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Throwing Reed. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Time is short. Defense still has 3 timeouts, but it's a mountain in front. He's looking deep. And he went for it all in the first play of the drive and come up empty.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a...
He'll off one deep down the left side. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. Manning on play action. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Trying to take it back. And with that turnover, that'll finish the game.
Good game, my dog.